Alright, so in the video, Dr. Packer talked about the difference between lecturing and mentoring, and he basically said that a mentor is kind of along with you, right next to you, rather than as a lecturer would be just standing in front of you, giving you content, and then sending you off on your way. I feel like I've seen more mentors in my life and experienced that kind of teaching a lot more than lecturing. Like, yes, I've had some teachers, quite a few teachers in the past who have just kind of said, okay, here's the PowerPoint, here's the homework, here's whatever. But in my life, and a lot of teachers actually as well, in my education, have really taken time to guide me and teach me in ways that were specific to me that they thought would help me. One example would be probably one of my first softball coaches. He was definitely a busy guy. He coached our whole entire travel ball team, and he kind of had two different teams he was working with, but he spent a lot of time with me after practice and taught me how to pitch. And I had done a little bit before, but I didn't have a lot of experience doing different types of pitches and developing skills that he, I guess, saw that I had. And so he spent hours upon hours hanging out at my house, teaching me little quirky things that he thought would be helpful for me, teaching me things that he didn't normally teach other people because he felt like I had the capacity to learn those things. He really saw in me things that other coaches hadn't, and really took opportunities to help me grow. And I mean, it took me all the way to college, so it was definitely something I was super grateful for, and he's always been a great supporter of mine in that regard. So definitely an example of a mentor rather than a lecturer. The three types of mentoring that were talked about were questioning, commending, and correcting. And those were different things that they talked about the Savior doing. And I really liked how they talked about questioning in business. This is something that a mentor of mine in my last job did a lot. When I first got into the last position I worked in, he sat me down and he didn't exactly tell me what I was going to be doing, like what my position entailed, but he just kind of asked me, like, okay, if I were to need this type of report on Excel or this type of information pulled from these reports, like, how do you do that? Like, how would you be able to do that? Like, show me what you know, basically. And as I would show him, we were able to kind of round out my understanding and figure out where I was in terms of where I needed to be and where he needed the person in the position to be. And we were able to kind of work on growing from there. And I feel like that's something in business that is an aspect of really all we do. Like, how's our product doing? Like, what is going well, what isn't going well? I mean, if you're not evaluating how things are going and what the understanding of expectations and job, positions, responsibilities, things like that are, then there's not really a way to establish a standard and like grow from there. Like we talked about a business model and making sure that kind of we have a good game plan. And you can't really make a game plan if you don't know what works and what doesn't, and if not everyone's on the same page, it's really hard to sustain something like that. So I feel like it's really all over the place in business. So, yeah.